Log on to NCAA.
You see the set score, Hawaii up 1-0. Tonight's Outlook is sponsored by Subway. Eat fresh.
Well, Hawaii right now entering in the first round against Portland State. We'll see later. In the later match, we have Michigan versus Washington in the other first round matchup. And tomorrow, the second round of the NCAA will continue. Next week, the regional semifinal and finals will be held here in Washington. So the winner of this weekend's tournament will go on and face the other 4 seeded teams. And the winner of this Washington region will then go on to the national semifinal and represent this region in the Final Four.
And this Washington region is one of the toughest in the country. You know, there are what they call 16 sub-regionals of 4 teams each. They get to move on to the regionals, the round of 16. And this regional, along with one sub-regional, along with one other, has 3 top 25 teams in it. Yeah, Hawaii's ranked in the top 25 with the coaches poll. University of Washington's ranked in the top 25. And University of Michigan's ranked in the top 25. So it's a very, very difficult region. And there's been a lot said about the way the brackets were balanced this year.
Especially in this Washington bracket. You look on the other side of this, in this own region, you have Nebraska, you have Cal, you have a number of top teams. Minnesota is also in this bracket. So I know the frustration by some of the coaches in the way that these pairings are made and the parity in terms of the high caliber of teams that are in this Washington region. So you see a shot of head coach Dave Shoji there, knowing that this is going to be, that this match against Portland State is just the beginning of a very long journey in order for Hawaii to get to the Final Four with the quality of teams in this region alone.
And if he can just get out of this region, then the next team you play is Nebraska, the second-ranked team in the country. So that's going to be a little bit tricky, but anyway, there you see a shot of Mike Seaman, who's got to be proud of the way his team played. Coming up at the end of this match, by the way, a player from each team will be selected as the most valuable players. The most valuable player award is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii.
There's see a shot of Brittany Hewitt, whose family has actually relocated to Seattle and actually live now in the Seattle region. Her parents, Teresa and Edward, in-house, originally from Boise, but made the move over to Seattle. So almost like another homecoming for Hewitt. Happy to be back here.
Maybe that's why she's got 4 of Hawaii's first 5 blocks. Showing off for the fam. Here we go, starting game number 2. Maeda, big by Maeda. Danielson goes up, tries to cover herself. I think that ball might have gone out had she gotten out of the way.
Danielson at the last minute stuck her left hand out. Looked like the ball was going out of bounds, as you see that nice high set by Mafuo, and almost a dodgeball play that time. Kalani Danielson getting hit with the left hand.
Maeda with a good pass. Hewitt goes up, gets blocked by Hamilton. Satelli keeps it alive. Well, this bump set's gonna be dangerous, but Danielson keeps it alive. Here's Phillips, little roll shot. This time Danielson comes up with it. Back set to Satelli. She finds the floor. Great shot by Chantil, the young lady from Word of Life and St. Mary's.
Well, Chantil picking up her 6th kill from behind the 3-meter line, and that's the one advantage Hawaii has when they keep Satelli in the back rows. They can utilize her in transition plays just like that.
Good block by Hewitt and Danielson. Satelli keeps it in and gets a kill out of it. Just a running, one-legged, lazy takeoff, but it resulted in a huge kill. Hawaii goes up 2-1.
Well, last week, Satelli chosen as a first-team all-WAC selections, showing her savvy volleyball skills, just keeping that ball in play.
You know where she inherited those skills from?
Her mother, Leanne.
There you go. 2-time NCAA champion back in '82 and '83. Nice dump shot by Danny Mafua for Hawaii's 3rd point. Hawaii off to a good jump start here in game 2. Hewitt drives it deep to Phillips. Phillips has to come up and gets a good run up on it. Maeda bump set to Danielson. Phillips with the dig, Phillips with the swing. Oh, how about Hewitt with the dig? But Hartung could not keep it alive. Nice move by Hewitt going to the floor.
And Hewitt, in that previous rally that happened earlier, able to pick up a tip as well. So Hewitt showing that she can not only play front row defense, but also back row with some great digs to keep Hawaii in it.
She told me earlier in September that she wanted to play more back row. I said, well, you know, one of the things you got to do is serve in and dig a lot of balls. You get to play a lot of back row. And Danielson with yet another kill.
Well, Danielson looks like she's kind of settling in right now. Better passing in the second set. That time, Passabon was able to kick around outside to pick up her 5th kill of the night.
Satelli and Danielson leading the way with 5 kills apiece. Hawaii hitting 244 to Portland State's 235. About as even as the score was. Hawaii again missing an easy play, but how about that block straight down on Phillips' foot? Chantil Satelli, I think she got most of it. Take a look and see if Satelli gets most of it.
Satelli does a nice job of just diving in to keep that ball in play. And Hartog and Satelli closing at the end. Hartog, nice job of just staying strong against Phillips.
Four forces a bad pass. Out of the back row comes Rosendale. She hits it into the bottom of the net. Rosendale from an interesting little school, Mount Madonna, near Watsonville. It's up in the mountains. Kind of a cool little, tiny little school. She came in under the radar, has played very well for Portland State this year. Nice tip shot by Phillips.
And again, the tip hurting Hawaii as Phillips picks up her 6th kill, only hitting 188 so far, but nice job of helping her team get out of trouble there by just tipping it right over the block.
Ryan, how about a man-up defense now? Just put somebody up under the block and make sure that no tips drop. What do you think?
Dave Shoji doesn't traditionally like going with the man-up rotation defense, but in time, if balls will continue to drop, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Danny Mafua and the other right-back diggers making a move up the line into the 3-meter line to stop those tips from falling down. The key to that is making sure Hawaii's closing the line on the block.
Yeah, Rosendale hit that one long. Hawaii goes up 7-3 early here in the second set.
Get out here, get out here.
Yeah, Pondo, pretty good shot, pretty good pass, and Phillips hits it long, doing exactly what you said earlier, that Michael Seaman, her coach, told us sometimes she doesn't know how to put it into like 3rd gear. She's always kind of got it in 5th gear. She's going for it.
And sometimes the great players learn the value of a neutral. That time there would have been an excellent time to just keep the ball in play and have her defense work for her. As you see, a great dig by Kanani Danielson.
What a dig by Danielson, put it right on the spot where Mafua could have set any one of 4 different players and run an in-system play. She set Hartong that time, hit it just out. Good pass by Danielson. Here's Hartong getting another chance. Good cover by Kai Hue. Weber keeps it alive. Here's Kai Hue with a set. Used to be a setter in the old days. Big by Pondo. There's another tip shot. Oh, how about the little pancake by Kai Hue to keep it alive. Kai Hue again with a dig. Set to Satelli. And Portland State plays some pretty good defense right now. Rosendale keeping the ball just in play. This will be a joust at the net. No. Kept alive by Weber. Danielson out of the back row. And the big block at the net by Lana Zilke, the senior.
Well, great dig that time by Elizabeth Kaihui. We talked about the tip and the coverage of the tip. Kaihui getting it that time after an extremely long rally. Danielson getting blocked on the pipe set.
Pondo with a good serve. Nice pass by Danielson. Satelli, that's set way too tight to the net. She just did everything she could to just keep the ball in play. And coming off the net to dig the ball is Weber. She didn't really get set. She was still moving as that ball was struck.
And that's one thing Dave Shoji has been working with Weber on, is getting her feet set in transition, playing defense, jumping in the air and unable to make a read to that play.
Pondo with a good serve. Danielson, good pass. Set again too tight to the net by Mafua. She's not happy with herself on that, I know. And this set goes into the net with no blockers up. Surprise, surprise.
Well, Mafua at that time, she's over-rotating a little bit and having that ball come over her right shoulder. That's just causing the ball to be a little bit too tight for Satelli. Let's see if she makes the adjustment. Scott Wong talking her through it, trying to help her out and make sure that ball is coming just straight back over her head.
Knowing Danny, she will make the adjustment. And good swing by Aubrey Mitchell.
Mitchell picking up her third kill of the match. Still hitting 167, but doing a nice job of just allowing her team to get an opportunity to score some points right here.
Yeah, ironically, the same time this game's going on, or actually a little while, Portland State and Hawaii are playing a women's basketball game. I think they were playing down at Portland State, if I'm not mistaken.
As you see a miscue between Hewitt and Mafua. That time the pass a little bit too tight. Mafua just had to save that ball with two hands, and Hewitt unable to save the ball for Hawaii.
Good dig by Phillips in the back. He just keeps it alive. Good dig by Kai Hue. Here's the pipe set for Danielson. And she hits it about 3/4 speed, but just works the way around the block. She has a good vision, I would say, a good peripheral vision of where the block is and how to maneuver it around the block. Satelli into the net, allowing Portland State to creep a little closer. 9 serving 10, set number 2. Hawaii up 1-0 in this best 3 out of 5 match in this sub-regional, one of 16 sub-regionals throughout the country. Weber, not a good pass. It can only be set to her, and she finds area number 5. You know that area, don't you, Ryan?
Does a nice job of just hitting into that deep corner. Again, Dave Shoji talking about that her defense and her passing after a shaky pass, but Weber doing a great job of just keeping that ball in play, hitting high, picking up her 5th kill of the night.
They had a good serve down the line, a nice pass by Rosendale. And a tip shot, but Danielson comes up with it. Back row attack by Satelli. She gets it.
And Satelli really helping to carry the offensive load for Hawaii. We're used to seeing Kanani Danielson lead the team in kills. But Satelli right now with 8 kills, hitting .333, being called upon not only in the front row, but in the back row as well.
Yeah, she's really giving some relief to Kanani Danielson on the outside, that's for sure. Piapando, nice pass. Nice step out maneuver and kill that time by Lana Zilke.
Zilke, the 2010 Big Sky second team selection, hitting it off Danielson on that step-out move. As we see her come out and take a break in the back row.